Hello, guys. Welcome back to the university. So, in this episode, I'm gonna teach you how to export an HTML table to an Excel file. So, but before anything else, guys, you know the first rule, you know the Sigma rule, which is the subscribe and click the notification bell right here to get updated whenever I post or whenever the university will post new videos like this. All right, so let's go ahead and start some coding and let's start to export some HTML table into an Excel format. So this is the finished code. So I think I spent about half a day or a day and a half just to finish all of these things. And yes, it's working, but I'm going to explain it to you one by one. So let's actually cut it or remove everything and let's start from a scratch. All right, so yeah, there we go. It's an empty space, and from here I can show you the things that I have done. All right. So first and foremost, guys, you have to connect to a database, which will be the source of the data. All right. So I have my PHP my admin, and I will just call it using Sam. All right, so here we go inside my PHP admin, and we are going to use this database. And specifically, we are going to work with this table, which is the table that contains the consolidated grading sheet of some of our beloved students. Yay! All right, so we should be able to access this database in our PHP or in our document. All right, so let's do that and go back to our Visual Studio Code so that we can start coding and connect the database into our online document. All right, so basically this is in developmental phase. All right, so this is just a pattern on how you can link. All right, so um, yes, to start with the basic PHP thing. All right, so you can write it like that and enter, and then this one, and in between this will be the codes. All right, so also you need an HTML document to call for, well, you can name it here, right? So basically we need a form that or a button that when click will trigger the PHP. So you're gonna write form and the method is post, and it will be submit um, to this document, so the action will be leave blank. All right, so you have to choose an input. All right, so I'm choosing the submit. All right, so you can just yeah, do it like that, and give it a value of say view. All right, because we wanted to view the database, and we will give it a name which is none other than submit. Well, you can use other names, so why not? But for simplicity purposes, we're going to use submit. All right, so inside your PHP code, you're going to check if your button and your PHP is linked. All right, so you're gonna write if. All right, so set dollar underscore post. All right, so yeah, the name of the element that is clicked or is set, and in our case that is the name of the element or name of the button, which is submit. So you copy that and paste it right here, and if that is true, since you are trying to execute the if statement right there, so you're gonna write echo anything, yeah, anything like hello world. All right. So there we go, and put the semicolon over there, and you can go to your um, browser and check. All right. So let's go there. So, all right. So here we are, and as you can see, we only have the the button which is named view. So if we click view, so it will tell us hello world. Oh, yeah, there we go. Hello world. Yes, so there we go, and we know that our code is actually working. So we're gonna go back to our Visual Studio Code and do the coding thing. All right. So basically, this is the basic um, the first thing that I am doing to know whether the document are properly linked. So how do I access the database? Basically, if you examine the database, something there is something there must be called or invoked here, like gradient section and so on and so forth. And then we are going to do the query here. So in this part, so let's first work on with the HTML part. All right. So with the form, I mean. So let me just copy everything that I have uh, typed earlier as you saw it, so and place it back so that we have a complete form. All right, so and I will just explain it to you how things work. All right, and you will see why. All right, so here we go. I'll just and save it, and then I'll explain it to you one by one. All right, so I just use select actually, but it's a different way of selecting things because this one is nested. All right, select is a drop down. All right, and then but since we need nested things inside uh, the drop down, so you're going to use the option group tag. All right, up group tag. All right, and then put the label there, and then inside the uh, option group tag is you are going to place the option. All right, so let's try to uh, s- refresh the browser actually and see how it looks like. All right, so this is how it looks like when we do not refresh it, and let's see if we refresh it. All right, confirm form submission. All right, so let's wait for a moment. There we go. Yeah. So basically, this is if you click this. So this is the subject, Filipino, and then we have the first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter, and fourth quarter. All right, so that is done by um, yeah, this part which is being highlighted. All right, so if you put that, that's how it's gonna look like in the browser. All right, so the next thing that I also made possible is the comparison of grades. All right, so that will be the filter. All right, so just gonna save it first, and this one is the filter. All right, so it's actually an input, a number input wherein you can type 75, 78, and then this is the comparison. operator. All right, so that tells you less than this one, and then you click view. All right, so less than or equal to 75, and then you click view. So that's how it works. And then greater than or equal to, and then yeah, that's it. So and in the next part here, so the highlighted one is used for comparing two quarters or two um, subject grading period with another subject grading period, and so on and so forth. And I can manipulate that uh, well to determine if they actually increase or change in grade has been positive or negative, and so on and so forth. All right, so but if you click this, nothing is um yeah, so yeah, that's required. Nothing is executed. All right, so except for the hello world. All right. So, meaning to say it's still connected, but it doesn't do anything. All right. So the next thing that we need to do is to tap on or connect inside the database. All right. So which is one of the most crucial, uh, well, part of this program. All right. So let's go back to our Visual Studio Code and do the coding in here. All right. So we're going to change a little bit something right here, and let's see the magic. All right, so let's go and copy everything that I have typed earlier and paste it right here. So yeah, I can paste it right here. So there we go. It's been pasted already. All right. So I actually made two codes. All right. So for the to submit the button, which will perform two things. Okay. So the first one is here. So it's yeah. So if submit is set, all right. So we're going to get the filter grade. All right. So that is the 75 thing. All right, and then we also need what subject and what quarter. So we are going to get that. Okay, so the name of the element inside the form, and then yeah, pass it here. And then if that is successful, right, I also put some variable here. So that's just a quotation mark, single quote, all right, and put it inside a double quote, so to be passed on a variable a that will later be used to concatenate things like this to shorten the filter and pass it right here. All right. So yeah, so I made a filter, or I made yes, it's a filter, so it's an indicator what should be filtered. All right. So here in the MySQLi query. All right. So yeah. So basically, you have to create a link in your database. Mine is the local host. All right. So root is my username, and then Baltimore 11 blah blah is my password, and then my YY. All right. So I think um, um yeah. So I think it will be able to connect. All right. And next thing is if we write if we wanted to check the connection, if the link is true or false, or if it's false, it will just stop. All right. It will not proceed. Otherwise, if it's not, and then it will proceed with the following code, and it will start the query to execute the query, or try to execute the query, that is to select everything from the table console. All right, where the filter is like first. So example, this is the first line of code. All right, the quarter with the grade level, or with the subject and the quarter, and then this is the filter grade. All right, so this is the uh, operation says less than or equal to, but I want it to be a one-time big time variable that depends on the input. All right, so I made an operation above. All right, so which um, will tell my query to follow the input. All right, so these are the input, so it's being passed in the variable filter. All right, so if you're gonna follow, this is the subject and quarter, which is this one. So this one is the operator, which is this one, and the filter grade is the grade. And then you also need to put those semicolon so that nothing will go wrong. So and pass it in the filter. So I tried it and it worked so fine. So if it was able to um, yeah, so this is the query actually, no? We just assign what this variable, this query inside this variable rather. All right. So we start to execute that. We need another variable named demand. All right, and this function, my SQLi underscore query, and then it will take two variables, which is the connection link. All right, so the connection link is here, so that will enable you to connect inside the database and will try to get the name of the query that you wanted to do. So there we go. So meaning to say, um, we want to demand something from the database, right? So, and if we were able to demand something, all right, so my SQLi underscore num underscore rows demand, all right, so it will execute that query, and if it has a result greater than zero, that means there are results. It will echo out this table. All right. So unfortunately, I my plan is to export directly from this output to Excel file, but I cannot do that. So maybe I can if I'm gonna use another language, which is the JSON. All right, or JSON file, a JSON format. But we're gonna do that in the next video. I think. I wanted to explore some solutions first. All right. So yeah. So we are going to create a table that has first name, last name, and the grade that we want to select. All right. So while we have results, all right, we want to fetch or to get the array from the man, all right, and pass it to row, all right. So and then, so this is actually the last name, and this one is the name of the column that contains the information. So the name of the column is from the database. So I think I can show that to you. All right. So wait for a moment. So this one, and to know the columns that you wanted to get, you have to click the structure. All right. And here is the last name. So this one that I highlight are the name of the columns. All right. So there we go. I've showed you um, where I get all of those things. So let's go back to the coding section. Just all right. Okay. So let's go back to the coding section. So there we go. And then this one is the quarter that we want to echo out. So the name of the quarter and the name of this one should match. I just used the same variable. At first, it was not working. So there are some limitations depending on the version that you are using. Right. So there are some versions that do not allow this operation. But right now, I'm using PHP 7 point something. All right. So I think yeah. So you can upgrade your version. All right. But it depends also on the veracity and versatility your know-how and familiarity on the same on the version rather. All right. So so we're going to make a table. All right. So that contains the last name, the first name, and the grade. All right. So and then I also add here the button click for some reasons, but this doesn't work. So I should not put it right here. So that should be removed because it's nonsense. It will not work because it's some JavaScript, and I wanted to get uh, the ID and export everything, but it didn't allow. All right. So once PHP spits out uh, things on the browser, uh, the non-permanent element cannot be grabbed by JavaScript. All right. So yeah, PHP doesn't want JavaScript to access its whatever it is. So you can actually remove this because, as I've told you, it will not work. All right. So let's go ahead and see how this looks like, or how this works on the browser. So let's go back to our document. There we go. And try to refresh things. All right. So here, we try to refresh first to get rid of that hello world. All right. So here, we will try to select. All right. Grades in mathematics, all right, first quarter, all right. So those grades that are, let's say, greater than or equal to um 80, all right. So to show that kids are performing. All right, so let's see if this will work. If I hit view, this should spit out some result. All right, so let's go ahead and check. So I hit the view. So yes, there we go. So these are the only students that are whose grades are more than 84. All right. So that's the first part. Okay. The second part is to, let's say, for example, you wanted to compare things. So same process, same things, same thing. The same thing will be used. All right. Actually, you just have to copy the same set of codes and uh, paste it down right here. All right. So let me just go back to my Visual Studio Code and show you. So here we have actually the same pattern of code. So like right now, instead of submit, um, the trigger is compare. All right. So where is that? Um, it's actually down here. Yeah. So this one. All right. So if we hit this button, it will trigger the PHP. All right. Since we are sure that the PHP and the HTML document or tag is, or yeah, is connected, we are kind of sure that um, this will work. All right. So what is pivot 1 and pivot 2? So these are the subject and grading period that is being compared. All right, so you're gonna pass it right here. So for example, first grading Filipino, and then second grading Filipino. So it will be passed on dollar sign G1, dollar sign G2, and then we're going to connect to the database again, and yeah, so do the same thing, select. All right. Okay. So do the query. But right now, the only difference in the query is that you only write select star from console. So that means it's an open thing. All right. So it's an open thing. It will select everything. All right. So if you're going to put another restriction, that will add some extra complication, and that will require um, some codes. All right, because the outputs from might have different result if we're going to get the um, less than or equal to. All right. So, like for example, there are different number of students that get grade 75 above from first quarter, and then Filipino whatsoever, and it's also different number for the second quarter, also different for third quarter and fourth quarter, so on and so forth. All right, so the number of rows, yeah, horizontal line, or yeah, will be different. Okay, so it will add up some complication. All right, so um, um, we'll try to explore on how to do that um, uh, in the next video. All right, so for example, right now we were able to select everything from console, so we are going to output. Now here I just concatenate things, so grade and then add this. All right, so it will just yield F1 or F2, right, pertaining to Filipino first grading and Filipino second grading, and so on and so forth. All right, so same is true here. If we have a result, it will try to get everything from last name, first name, and then this one. All right. So since this kind of code worked earlier, I think it will work right here. And I just put something like dollar diff for the difference between the second quarter grade, or Q2 and Q1. All right, and we're going to pass it or insert it inside the table. So like right here, you're going to echo out the variable name, dollar name or dollar last name, which is this one, and put it right here, and quarter one, quarter two, and then the difference. All right. So meaning to say, um, it will subtract. All right. Quarter two or quarter one from quarter two, and then spit it out right here. And there we go. The program is done. You also have to, don't forget to print the results, and some error handling. If there are no results, you're going to echo out no records matching your query were found. And if there is an error like miscued, all right, so you're gonna write the source of the error right here, and finally close the link. All right, so there we go. We are able to put the codes in Visual Studio Code, and right now we're gonna go to our document and see if this code uh, will work. All right, here we are. So basically, we want to operate right here. So first quarter Filipino. All right. So we do um what? Oh, this one. First quarter Filipino, and then second quarter Filipino. All right. So and then we try to hit this one, and because we wanted to compare, so I write compare as the value of the bottom. If I hit compare, there we go. So there we go. So that's the difference. All right. So you see that this kid um, has his grade change, and there's a lot of changes. All right. So what we can do now is to like less than 89, less than 4, or greater than or equal to 89, and do that. All right. So Yeah. So, and to tell you frankly, this is not accurate. All right. So the table that I'm using is just experimental. Yeah. So those are experimental, guys. So basically, it's not the real grade of the students. So don't worry. So those are experimental. So don't bother yourself about. All right, so we have actually succeeded in two things, that is, or in many things actually. So let's go to our target, which is to export this output into Excel format. All right, so the first thing that you can do is actually press F12. All right, so if you press F12, it will actually display the uh, yeah, so this one, so the development console. All right, so it's like inspect elements. Yeah, so and you go here, which contains the table that you want to get or to grab. All right, so from here you can actually right click. All right, edit as HTML or duplicate element on and so many things. All right. Right now, you can actually click edit as HTML. Here we go. So if we click edit as HTML, you can actually grab this. All right. Or yeah, from here. Okay. So from here, yeah, edit HTML from there. Yeah. All right. So you can copy this, copy that, and I actually made another program for this. Yeah, so that's the magic. All right, so let's go back to my studio code, and we're going to paste this thing there. All right, so here is actually the program that I've done. Actually, I found a trick that is on the on some website, or on a website. Yeah, so after a long day of research, I found it. So here it is. So you are gonna use some library, all right? It's called JS sheet library, all right? It's not the shit that you know. All right, so you can grab the CDN or the yeah. So grab this script, guys, and put it in between the head. All right, so put it right there, and actually create or paste your table right here. Okay, so yeah, so I already tried it and it's working. So I think there's no reason for you to not be able to follow what I am doing, because this is just a simple thing. All right, so I'm gonna paste whatever I have copied in that document. All right, and put it right here, and you can make your table a little bit nice if you arrange it like this, and so on and so forth. All right, so for me, since the table is very long, I think I will skip that part, and just yeah, and do this. All right, so for me to know that this is the end of the table, and I'm gonna pass an ID right here, which is actually um, export. All right, so I'm gonna copy that and paste it right here. And then what this script does is to make use of the JS library. All right. So and grab the ID. All right. So this is the table ID, and deal with the function right here. Okay, and execute the function right here. So when that be executed, it will only be executed upon clicking um, the button. So here is the button. So let's go to this document first and check. All right, so I'm gonna open it in the file explorer, but so it's opening right now, and all right, so there we go. You will see that we have a button right here. All right, so this button um, can be clicked, and upon clicking, you will have your Excel file being downloaded. All right, so I click it, and there you go. I hope you can see that download the thing there. It's been downloaded. Yay! So going back to the codes, guys. So it's very simple. So this is just the name of the function, and you're going to name the type. All right, and basically the type is this one. Yeah, and we have the uh, fn. All right, so it's a parameter, and then this one. So and then this variable will actually get the element export, and this one is table to book. That's a function, and then utilities, and then yeah. So this is from the library. All right. So yeah, and then it will try to write the Excel format. All right, and if it's able to write the format, it will be named this one. Okay, the name is my sheet. All right, my sheet name plus the type. All right, so which is this one. All right, so guys, that's how we export things. All right, so you can open it. I think I can open it, but I'm not quite sure. Oh, I'm not able to show you the code. All right, so here's the code that I am talking about. All right, so here we go. If this is clicked, so if this button is clicked, all right, so this function will trigger, all right, will be triggered. So export to Excel is a function, and it will actually you see that this one and this one should be the same. All right, so it will take up some variables inside it, type, fn, and dn. All right, and then we have the variable right here to get the element name export. All right, so through document that get element by id. Where is that id? The id is right here. Yeah, so it must be the same. All right, so we have variable wb um, is equivalent to xl sx dot utilities dot table underscore to underscore book. Then so it takes in ELT, all right, and well sheet and hello sheet one. All right, all right. So and next is yeah. So I forgot what this one means, but this next code will try to write the book type, then yeah. So it will try to write, and then write file with the file name my sheet, and then the type is excellence. All right, so that must be inside the script. All right, so this is the script tag, and it must be in between that. So don't forget that. And upon executing it, saving it, you will see this thing that is being downloaded. All right, there we go. We can try to open it. I think I'll try to show you. All right, so let's try to open. But since I told you that my Visual Studio Code does not show up display things easily. All right. So there we go. I am able to see it in my end. I'll just try to show it to you. All right. So where it is. Okay. So and it's protected view, so you cannot see anything, I guess. So yeah, there we go. You can see that it's been exported. Yeah, through the window capture actually. All right. So here. Yes. Yeah, so we're able to get everything from the wall. Yeah, from from online. All right. So you can also get things from online. All right. So let's try to get it online. Get things online. All right. So but yeah. So for some for simplicity purpose, yeah. So I just use it here. All right, but you can try to use it in grabbing things. So why? Because I know that they are downloadable, so you cannot. Um, yes, but there is some which is not downloadable, but you can download it using this method if you want to have a copy of those things which cannot be downloaded. So I think, guys, you can try this. All right, so let me think. Let me think. Let me see what you think. Okay, let me know what you think about this kind of hack. So comment down below, guys, and there we go. So I think you cannot see my face talking because of that thing. All right, but uh-huh. This is hmm, where is it? I cannot see it again. Hmm. Oh my god. All right, so I think I should go back to my so that can see. There we go. We're back. All right, so guys, um, what else can we do? All right, all right. Let me see what we can do. Yeah, here. Let's go. Yes, here. All right. So as I am always saying, guys, please click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to get updated whenever we post new videos like this in the university. All right, so here in the university, I uploaded last time the yeah, something like this one. All right, so how to import grades from a Google file. All right, Google Sheet, I mean, and yeah, a lot of things about mathematics. So if you want to learn things about computer programming and physics, about chemistry, is be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell right here to get updated whenever we post new videos like this. So I also have a plan to change the name of the university and to Knowledge City. So let me know what you guys think about that. All right, so bye bye, guys. I hope you have learned something out of this humble work of mine. See you once again if we post new videos in the university. All right, bye bye, guys. See you next time.